Debt is one of the most misunderstood topics in personal finance. Some people believe all debt is bad. Others think debt doesn't matter as long as they can make the monthly payments. The truth is somewhere in the middle, because debt can either help you build wealth or quietly destroy it. And the scary part? Many people don't realize which one is happening until years later. Every month, millions of people work hard, earn a paycheck, and then send a large portion of it to banks, lenders, and credit card companies. Not because they're investing, not because they're building assets, but because they're paying for decisions they made months or even years ago. The result? Financial stress, delayed goals, and a constant feeling of running on a treadmill without getting anywhere. Today, we're going to fix that. You'll learn the difference between good debt and bad debt, the two most effective debt repayment strategies, and how to create a plan that helps you stop working for lenders and start building wealth for yourself. Before we talk about paying off debt, we need to understand something important. Not all debt is created equal. Debt is simply a tool, and like any tool, it can be used wisely or recklessly. A hammer can build a house or break a window. Debt works the same way. The key is understanding whether your debt is helping you move forward or pulling you backward. Let's start by separating debt into two categories: good debt and bad debt. Good debt, best bad. Good debt is debt used to acquire something that has the potential to increase in value or generate future income. For example, a mortgage on a reasonably priced home, a business loan used to grow a profitable business, an education loan that significantly increases earning potential. In these situations, debt can create opportunities that might not otherwise exist. The debt is being used as leverage. You're borrowing money today in hopes of creating greater value tomorrow. Now, compare that to bad debt. Bad debt is typically used to buy things that decrease in value or provide only short-term satisfaction. Credit card debt from shopping, financing expensive vacations, high-interest personal loans, luxury purchases you couldn't truly afford. These debts don't usually generate income. They don't build assets. They don't improve your financial position. Instead, they create future obligations that reduce your ability to build wealth. And here's where many people get trapped. They mistake affordability for affordability. Just because you can make the monthly payment doesn't mean you can actually afford the purchase. That's one of the most expensive financial mistakes people make. The real cost of debt. Most people focus on the purchase price, but lenders focus on something else: time. Because interest turns time into profit. Let's say you put a purchase on a credit card and only make minimum payments. That $2,000 purchase may eventually cost $3,000 or even more, depending on the interest rate and repayment timeline. The item itself may be long gone, but the payments remain. That's the danger of high-interest debt. It steals future income. Every dollar paid in interest is a dollar that can't be invested, a dollar that can't be saved, a dollar that can't build your future. And that's why eliminating high-interest debt should be one of your top financial priorities. Debt. Now let's talk about the fastest way to eliminate debt mathematically. It's called the debt avalanche method. Here's how it works. List all your debts from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate. Continue making minimum payments on all debts. Then direct every extra dollar toward the debt with the highest interest rate. Once that debt is eliminated, move to the next highest, then the next, then the next. Why does this work? Because interest is the enemy. By attacking the highest interest debt first, you reduce the total amount of interest you'll pay over time. Mathematically, it's the most efficient approach. You'll typically become debt-free faster, and you'll usually save the most money. If your goal is maximum financial efficiency, the avalanche method is often the best choice. But personal finance isn't always about math. It's also about psychology, and that's where the next strategy comes in. The debt snowball method. The debt snowball method works differently. Instead of sorting debts by interest rate, you sort them by balance. Smallest balance first, largest balance last. You continue making minimum payments on all debts, then focus every extra dollar on the smallest balance. Once it's eliminated, roll that payment into the next debt, then the next, then the next, like a snowball rolling downhill and growing larger. Now, mathematically, this method is usually less efficient than the Avalanche method. You may pay slightly more interest. So why do millions of people use it successfully? Because of momentum. Because paying off a debt feels good. It creates a win, a victory, proof that progress is happening. And those small victories can provide motivation to keep going. For some people, that psychological boost is worth far more than the extra interest savings. The best debt strategy isn't necessarily the mathematically perfect one. It's the one you'll actually follow. Which method should you choose? If you're disciplined, analytical, and motivated by numbers, the Avalanche method may be ideal. If you're overwhelmed by debt and need quick wins to stay motivated, the snowball method may be the better choice. Both methods work. Both reduce debt. Both move you closer to financial freedom. The important thing is choosing one and committing to it, because doing something consistently beats having the perfect plan that never gets implemented. Let's talk about one of the biggest wealth killers in modern finance: credit card debt. Credit cards themselves aren't the problem. In fact, when used responsibly, they can be useful tools: rewards, purchase protection, travel benefits, convenience. The problem arises when balances are carried month after month. Because credit card interest rates are often extremely high, some exceed 20% annually. Think about that. If your investments earn 20% every year, you'd be thrilled. Yet, millions of people are paying 20% to lenders every year without realizing the long-term cost. That's why carrying credit card debt is often one of the worst financial decisions you can make. If you're carrying a balance, eliminating it should become a major priority. The guaranteed return from avoiding high-interest debt often exceeds what most investments can reliably generate. Paying off debt is important, but preventing future debt is equally important. Otherwise, you end up trapped in a cycle. Pay off debt, accumulate more debt, pay it off again, repeat. One of the best ways to avoid this cycle is building an emergency fund. Because most debt isn't created by planned purchases, it's created by unexpected events: car repairs, medical bills, job loss, home maintenance. Life happens, and when it does, an emergency fund gives you options. Without one, many people turn to credit cards. With one, they can absorb financial shocks without borrowing. That's why building financial resilience is just as important as paying off existing debt. When debt is holding you back. Here's a simple test. Ask yourself this question: if all my debt disappeared tomorrow, what could I do with those monthly payments? Invest them? Save them? Build an emergency fund? Start a business? Travel more? Reduce stress? Most people are surprised by how much money would suddenly become available. And that's exactly why debt matters. Debt isn't just about what you owe. It's about opportunity cost. It's about everything your money could be doing instead. The path to financial freedom. The ultimate goal isn't simply becoming debt-free. The goal is gaining control. Control over your income. Control over your choices. Control over your future. Every debt you eliminate increases that control. Every balance you pay off creates more flexibility. Every dollar that stops going to lenders becomes a dollar that can start working for you. That's how wealth is built. Not overnight, not through shortcuts, but through consistent, intentional financial decisions. Debt can be one of the biggest obstacles standing between you and financial freedom. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. Choose a repayment strategy. Stay consistent. Avoid accumulating new high-interest debt. And remember that every payment you make is a step toward owning more of your future. Because the less money you owe to other people, the more money you can use to build the life you actually want. In the next episode, we're going to talk about something equally important: financial goals. You'll learn why most people fail to reach financial freedom, how to create meaningful goals, and how to build a roadmap that gives every dollar in your life a purpose. I'll see you in the next episode.